Hey, 106.7 K-Rock is KROQ. It's 7:38. You are listening to the Kevin and Bean Show. Our little friend PsychoMike occasionally can be found on the TV, filling in on The Daily Show. In for Sal Masekela. He was on Friday when he made this remark about former American Idol star Adam Lambert.
You know, from what I know about jail, Mr. Lambert probably wouldn't have too bad a time.
And what was the story? He had an altercation with a paparazzo? Is that what happened?
Yeah, and he could face assault
got
charges
arrested.
and land in jail. So,
Well, apparently Adam Lambert fans all over the country are just enraged by this remark, and somehow they've turned it into, you hope he gets raped and died. I don't know how they made the jump from he would enjoy being in a room with 30 other guys because he's gay and young and buff. I don't know how they turned that into rape, but they did. And there's a great deal of controversy about that, and some calling for your job over there at E. 1-800-520-1067. That's the number. Let's talk to an Adam Lambert fan on line 6. We've got Sarah calling in. Maybe she can shed some light on why this has been so offensive to them. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the Kevin and Bean Show. Thanks for calling in.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Sarah.
So I'm an Adam Lambert fan, but I thought Mike's comments were hilarious.
Well, they definitely weren't hilarious. I can definitely say that. They were not hilarious.
I'm an Adam Lambert fan, too. I think he's awesome.
I think he's immensely talented. I do. I've often said that I wish he could find better stuff to work with, but maybe a better band, because I think singing-wise, he's about as talented as anybody on the planet.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, he was one. That was I don't remember who won the year that he didn't, but I remember from about
Chris
10 weeks
somebody,
out.
remember? It was
About
Chris
10
somebody.
weeks out, it was so obvious that Adam Lambert was the most talented guy in the room. I
Yeah.
mean, there was no question. I mean, he certainly should have won. But I mean, what about these hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people who are demanding Mike's job because of how offended they are, Sarah? What's up with that?
I think it's ridiculous, to be quite honest.
It was pretty innocuous.
It was a little harmless comment. It was just meant for fun and games, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate that. Mike, was there something else that you said besides that?
Did you make a gesture? You know what you do.
No. Body language, I think, was good, but I did follow that up with when you're dealing with celebrities, and I use that term loosely when referring to Mr. Lambert. So maybe they felt like I was insulting him and his celebrity status.
Now, why did you say that?
It was on teleprompter.
Oh, really? Oh.
Get back to your calls in a second. 1-800-520-1067. Couple of emails. Dear Bean, I'm gay. I did not find Mike's comment bad at all. I'm very surprised that people didn't watch the show, think that Mike was a gay talking about another gay, so it's okay. That says Brian.
Good point.
Yeah.
Miss Cleo, apparently up and listening to the program today, writes in, guys, it's the Kevin and Bean curse. You tend to forget that what's okay in the room sometimes isn't okay in the rest of the world. Having said that, Mike is a dummy, says Miss Cleo.
Good
that
point.
coming from her, come on.
Here's Hot Barbecue emails in. From what I know about, it's that lead into the joke that implies he's talking about sex in jail. We all leap from sex to rape. It doesn't occur to people, perhaps, that consensual sex would be being had. So when they hear sex in jail, they automatically think rape. That's the problem there.
Clearly.
So maybe that's what's going on. 1-800-520-1067. Let's put Dave. Oh, we just lost David. Let's go to Micah. He's on line 1 joining us on the Kevin and Bean Show. Is this Micah, the official gay correspondent of the Kevin and Bean Show?
Yes, it is.
Hi,
Hi,
Micah.
Micah. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, well, you guys know that I'm a little touchy when it comes to gay topics, but, I mean, I wasn't offended at all. I think people tend to overreact when there's any joke about gays, especially when it involves gay sex, and I didn't think that it was anything offensive at all.
All right. Well, I mean, is part of that, though, I'm trying to figure out why people have been so upset. Is part of that you know Mike through this show and you know that he's super pro gay friendly, and that's why it wasn't like you were looking at a blank slate, a guy you knew nothing about except for this remark? Is it possible that's what's going on?
You know, I was trying to think about that too, and I don't think so. But because then I was also thinking, if you change the joke around, if you make it about heterosexual sex, like say there was a place where women were raping men, and you said a man wouldn't have such a hard time there, I don't think that would be offensive at all. I don't think it'd be funny still, but I don't think it'd be offensive.
But we weren't talking. I mean, Mike wasn't talking about rape at all, though. I mean, that's the thing that blew me away most about this is that they automatically went to rape rather than just, hey, it's a great opportunity to be in a room with 100 other dudes because you're gay and that's your audience, you know?
That's true, but like the other caller said, I think people's minds automatically jump there. But I wanted to give Mike some advice on how to fix it.
Okay.
I think in order to, heal the wounds with the gay community, he should go ahead and have sex with me.
Finally, there you go. That's what needs to be done. Great idea. Mike, I'm going to answer for Mike and say yes on that. Thank you very much for the call, my friend. Ralph, what's going on?
Sorry.
That's okay. I think it's also important, though, to keep ourselves honest, to say I don't think Mike really meant he would enjoy spending time in a room with 30 other guys because he's a guy and they're attractive.
Yeah, look.
It was definitely a gay sex joke in there. It wasn't about him cohabitating with guys in a room with 30
it absolutely
guys.
was.
Right.
It's like he's going to go and have a bunch of sex with a bunch of dudes when he's in prison.
But
right.
consensual, though. Consensual sex.
Ralph, you're totally right, and I'm not trying to
Let's
skirt
not
the
try
issue.
to soften and pretend it didn't mean what it meant.
I'm not trying to skirt the issue. You're exactly right. But I also never, and I mean this wholeheartedly, was thinking that I wanted Adam Lambert to get raped.
I don't think you.
or
I'm not saying
subjected
that
to
you
any
are.
type
I'm
of
not saying
violence.
that you are.
I
I'm
mean-
just saying we can't soften the point to the point where we say Adam would just enjoy being in the room with other men because
absolutely,
he was
of course.
living there and they're all men and they get to live together and share an interesting
No,
discourse.
but he made the same joke about Lindsay with the same intent, and nobody said a word.
If Ralph, if the story was Adam Lambert was considering joining an all-male country club, and if that was the story, I probably would have made the same joke.
Right.
And you're exactly right. I'm not trying to skate around the issue. I thought about it when I was like, hey, he'd probably be locked up with a bunch of buff men, and he's an openly gay guy. You know, the hanky-panky might
Lots
occur.
of gay sex in there. Yeah.
Let's talk to James real quick. I know we're almost out of time, but James says he is very offended. And I got to be honest, we've been clearing the lines ever since we brought this topic up, looking for somebody who was really upset. We've had a lot of trouble finding someone in our audience who's upset, as most of the people have been who have been emailing the e-people. James, welcome. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning. This is James. How are you?
Good. What's up, dude?
Hi, James.
Well, I am very offended by Mike's comment because it just makes it feel like Adam Lambert, if he went to prison, would enjoy having sex with men. And I'm very offended. I like Mike, but I'm very offended by what his comments were. They're very insensitive.
Okay. First of all, are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay. Why is it offensive to think that a gay guy would enjoy having sex with men?
Well, I think it's just the stigma of going to prison and being raped, and I think that's where Mike went over the line.
He didn't say anything about anybody being raped. It never even occurred to him.
Well, I think the point that people have been making, which is true, is that a lot of people, when they think of gay sex in prison, they don't think of it as being consensual. Because often it's not. Someone's made somebody's bitch usually in prison. That's how it usually happens, or that's how it's portrayed largely in the stereotypes.
But isn't Adam Lambert so pretty that he could go and he could be somebody's bitch and get lots of free stuff in return? It would be consensual, and he would be a prize in prison, right?
Oh, stop it, Bean.
All right, James.
So you're saying he could make a lot of cigarettes? Is that the upside you're saying? Dean?
Yeah,
I see.
absolutely.
I got you.
James, thank you very much for listening. Thanks for the call. Ralph's got the show.